When the fire finally burned low, your ancestors did something that should have gotten them killed. They closed their eyes. They stopped watching. They became completely defenseless. On the African savanna, that decision made no sense. Lions hunted at night. Leopards climbed silently through the darkness. Hyenas could smell weakness from astonishing distances. One sleeping human should have been an easy meal. Yet here you are. Millions of years later. So what scared the predators away? The answer isn't what most people imagine. It wasn't sharper teeth. It wasn't faster running. And it wasn't bigger muscles. The greatest defense sleeping humans ever built wasn't inside a body. It surrounded it. For nearly every animal on Earth, nighttime means becoming prey. But humans slowly transformed the night into something different. Something dangerous. Something predators learned to avoid. That transformation began long before civilization. Long before cities. Long before history itself. Around 2 million years ago, early humans like Homo erectus began living in increasingly open landscapes. Dense forests were disappearing. Grasslands stretched farther every generation. There were fewer trees to climb. Fewer places to hide. Every sunset created a terrifying problem. Where do you sleep when everything wants to eat you? Researchers studying modern hunter-gatherers noticed something remarkable. People almost never sleep alone. Among the Hadza of Tanzania, sleeping is a community activity. Families gather close together. Children remain surrounded by adults. Multiple generations share the same resting area. Even while everyone appears asleep, somebody usually isn't. Anthropologist David Sampson spent years studying these sleeping patterns. His team discovered something unexpected. Human sleep naturally overlaps. Some people fall asleep early. Others wake briefly during the night. Older adults stay awake longer. Teenagers sleep later. Without planning it, groups create a rotating system of awareness. Almost every hour, someone is awake. Not because of discipline. Because biology quietly arranged it. Could that have protected our ancestors for thousands of generations? Evidence suggests it could. Imagine approaching 20 humans instead of one. The first thing a predator notices isn't movement. It's numbers. Most predators calculate risk before attacking. A lion doesn't simply ask, "Can I win?" It asks something far more important. Is this worth getting injured? Even a small injury can become a death sentence in the wild. A broken tooth means starvation. A damaged paw means slower hunting. A deep cut can become infected. Predators survive by avoiding unnecessary risks. Sleeping human groups looked surprisingly risky. Especially once another invention entered the story. Fire. Exactly when humans mastered controlled fire remains debated. But archaeological discoveries at sites like Wonderwork Cave in South Africa suggest controlled fire existed at least 1 million years ago. Fire changed everything. It produced warmth. It cooked food. It extended the day. But it also created something invisible. Confidence. Experiments show many large predators instinctively avoid open flames. Even today, wild animals hesitate before crossing active fires. For ancient carnivores, glowing camps became unfamiliar territory. Bright light. Moving shadows. Smoke. Crackling sounds. None of those belonged in nature. Fire didn't just frighten predators. It announced something intelligent was nearby. And intelligence became humanity's greatest weapon. What happens when intelligence combines with cooperation? Something no predator had experienced before. Picture a leopard creeping toward camp. Before reaching its target, it smells smoke. It hears unfamiliar voices. It notices glowing embers. Then one human stirs. Another coughs. A child rolls over. Someone adds another branch to the fire. Suddenly, the easy meal doesn't look easy anymore. The predator leaves. Not because humans were stronger. Because uncertainty became too expensive. Evolution rewards caution. Generation after generation, predators that avoided risky human camps survived. Those willing to gamble often didn't. Over thousands of years, natural selection shaped predator behavior too. Humans weren't the only species evolving. Their enemies adapted alongside them. Biologists call this an evolutionary arms race. Each side changes because the other changes first. Humans improved cooperation. Predators improved stealth. Humans improved communication. Predators became more selective. Neither side ever truly won. The contest simply continued. And it still does. Even now, wolves usually avoid large groups of people. Bears often retreat after hearing human voices. Mountain lions frequently watch hikers without attacking. Most large predators don't fear individual humans. They fear unpredictable groups. That reputation took hundreds of thousands of years to build. Yet sleeping itself remains surprisingly vulnerable. Researchers have discovered another strange human adaptation. Unlike many mammals, humans spend less time in deep sleep. We wake more easily. A snapping twig. A strange smell. An unfamiliar sound. Small disturbances can pull us back into awareness within seconds. That light sleeping pattern may have carried enormous survival value. Too much deep sleep could have been fatal. Too little sleep would damage memory and health. Evolution found a compromise. Enough rest to function. Enough awareness to survive. Why do parents wake instantly when a baby cries? Why does one unexpected noise pull you from sleep while traffic doesn't? Your brain never completely shuts off. Parts of it continue monitoring the environment all night. Neuroscientists call this selective sensory processing. Even unconscious, your brain keeps asking one question. Is something wrong? Most nights, the answer is no. Long ago, sometimes it wasn't. Another mystery appears inside human dreams. During REM sleep, muscles temporarily become paralyzed. Scientists still debate why. One leading idea suggests paralysis prevents people from acting out dreams. Without it, sleeping groups could accidentally injure one another. Imagine dozens of early humans swinging imaginary spears during nightmares. The camp itself would become dangerous. Sometimes survival means staying perfectly still. By morning, the danger usually disappeared. Sunrise favored humans. Our eyesight excels in daylight. Our endurance outlasts nearly every predator. Night belonged to hunters. Day belonged to people. Every dawn reversed the balance. Perhaps that is why sunrise still feels comforting today. It signals something ancient. Another dangerous night has ended. The fear never vanished completely. Listen carefully the next time your house becomes silent. Every tiny creak suddenly feels louder. Every shadow seems alive. Your rational mind knows you're safe. Your older brain isn't so certain. It remembers a world your eyes have never seen. A world where darkness truly hunted. But here's the twist. Predators didn't ignore sleeping humans because humans became impossible to kill. They ignored them because humans became unpredictable. Groups instead of individuals. Fire instead of darkness. Communication instead of silence. Awareness instead of helplessness. Our ancestors transformed sleep from a weakness into a shared responsibility. That may be one of the greatest survival inventions in history. Tonight, when you lock your door and turn off the lights, you'll probably fall asleep without thinking twice. It feels ordinary. It feels automatic. But hidden inside that simple act is a story nearly 2 million years old. Every peaceful night you experience is an inheritance. Not from stronger bodies. Not from sharper claws, but from countless generations who learned that the safest way to survive the darkness was never to face it alone.